So let's compare the Samsung Galaxy S22 5G versus the Samsung Galaxy A13 5G. One is a flagship, the other one is a very budget-friendly device. So both of these both have 5G, so it's a tie right there, both speedy data speeds. Weight-wise, the S22 is more lightweight, 5.9 ounces. A13 5G, 6.9 ounces. Build quality is different. S22, glass front, glass back, aluminum frame. A13, glass front, plastic back, plastic frame. SIM card situation, the S22 has an eSIM built in, A13 does not. S22 also has IP68 dust and water resistance up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes. A13 does not have any type of water resistance. For the displays, the S22 has a 120 Hz refresh rate, very speedy scrolling, and very smooth. But the A13 5G has 90 Hz refresh rate, not 60 Hz like average smartphones, but not the highest either. It sits right in the middle. Screen size, S22 6.1 inches, A13 6.5 inches, so a bigger screen on the A13. Resolution on the S22 1080p, the A13 720, so a little bit better screen quality on the S22, and it also has always on display. For the software, S22 Android 12 with Samsung UI on top, A13 Android 11 with Samsung One UI on top. Both of these will feel pretty much the same, and they will get several years of updates. For the internal storage, the S22 wins out, 128 gigs of internal storage versus the 64 gigs of the A13 5G, but the A13 has a micro SD card slot. For the RAM, 8 gigs on the S22, 4 gigs on the A13. Not too much of a big difference for the average user, but the S22 definitely wins out if you're a power user of a lot of apps. For the cameras, you get 3 cameras on each of these phones, but the S22 has 50 megapixels main camera, 10 megapixel telephoto lens, 12 megapixel ultra wide. A13, not too bad either. 50 megapixel main shooter, 2 megapixel macro, 2 megapixel depth. Both of these will take pretty good pictures in the daytime, especially the S22 is best in class, but it'll also it will be real good and clear at night as well. But the A13 5G, that one's probably going to suffer at night. Video tops out at 8K on the S22. A13 tops out at 1080p. Selfie camera, S22 10 megapixels versus the 5 megapixels on the A13. 4K video on the S22 selfie, 1080p selfie on the A13. You do not get a headphone jack on the S22, but you do on the A13. Bluetooth 5.2 on the S22, Bluetooth 5.0 on the A13. Both of these come with NFC, and that's for payments. Both have USB Type-C for charging. For unlocking and security, S22 has a under-the-display fingerprint reader. The A13 has a side-mounted fingerprint reader. Bonus on the S22, it has Samsung DeX. For the battery, big difference here, S22 3700 milliamps, A13 5G 5000 milliamps, so a way bigger, longer lasting battery on the A13 versus the suspect S22's battery. You get fast charging at 25 watts on the S22, you get 15 watt charging on the A13. Bonus on the S22 has wireless charging and reverse wireless charging. So after going through all the specs, obviously the S22 is pretty much the better all-around hardware. But the A13 5G isn't far behind, but this is the deal breaker, is the price. It always comes down to price. The S22 5G is a $800 device. The A13 5G could be found as low as free or around $50 if you get it on prepaid. And regular price is under $250, so it makes the A13 the cheapest 5G Samsung phone you could get. And it goes in competition with the Samsung A32. So both of those are very, very aggressively priced, and they're offered on prepaid. The S22 5G, for example, if you don't want to spend $800 getting it fully unlocked, you could go with the carriers, but they're going to lock you into like 36 months, and you're going to be paying taxes, and you're going to be paying for 3 years of the service. So the A13 5G is definitely the better value buy. There's some things that it's going to offer that are just better than the S22. As an example, has a bigger screen, has a bigger battery, and the price, and it could be found on on Boost, for example, for $99 without a contract, and it can be found on Cricket as well for like $50. There's just, for the average user, the A13 5G it's a good enough phone for pretty much everything that you need. All the apps that you're going to put on these devices are going to run pretty much the same. I mean, the processors might be a little bit more speedy in the S22, but the overall better device, value-wise, you put everything into perspective, the A13 5G wins out. Budget phones are just more bang for your buck. Flagships are running out of ideas, and they're kind of just the same over and over. The S22, if you want a flagship level like that, I suggest getting the S21 FE that just came out. So thanks guys for watching. I will see you in the next one.